Did you know that if you order the latest MacBook Air from Apple right now, you might have to wait several weeks? The global shortage of memory chips is causing serious delays, even for one of Apple's best-selling laptops.
Hey Lily, have you heard about the latest problems with the MacBook Air? Seems like Apple is having a tough time keeping them in stock.
Really? I thought Apple always had enough laptops around. What's happening?
Apparently, there's a global shortage of memory chips. It's affecting many tech companies, especially those making AI hardware. Apple's popular models like the MacBook Air are now in short supply.
Oh wow. So this memory chip shortage is making it harder to buy the new MacBooks?
Exactly. If you try to order one from Apple's website today, you might have to wait until late August or even September for certain versions.
That's a big wait. Does it affect all MacBooks or only the Air?
It started with the more specialized Macs, like the Mac Mini and Mac Studio, but now even the MacBook Air is caught up in the shortage.
Why are memory chips so hard to get right now?
The biggest reason is the increased demand from AI companies building super powerful computers. They need a ton of memory, which has caused a squeeze on supply.
That makes sense. So Apple can't get enough memory chips and they can't make enough laptops. Got it.
Right. And Apple is trying some strategies to fix this. For example, they're buying memory from Chinese suppliers to fill the gap.
Interesting. Does that mean the laptops are more expensive?
Yes, to some extent. Apple has raised prices a little, and their latest back-to-school promotion was delayed.
Oh, that must be disappointing for students wanting a new MacBook for school.
Totally. For the first time, Apple even warned customers that the MacBook Air is subject to availability, which basically means it might sell out quickly or take time to ship.
It sounds like this shortage is throwing a wrench in their usual smooth sales process.
For sure. I think it shows how dependent tech companies are on a global supply chain that can easily get disrupted.
I guess issues like this highlight how complex these gadgets really are.
Exactly. We often don't think about how many parts come from different places worldwide.
So looking at it from a customer's point of view, what would you suggest if someone really needs a MacBook Air right now?
Honestly, it might be worth considering a different model or buying from a reseller if timing is tight, or waiting a bit if possible.
Yeah, patience is a virtue when it comes to tech these days.
True. Or, as people say, sometimes you have to bite the bullet and wait it out.
Good idiom. It means to accept something difficult and deal with it, right?
Exactly. You're sharp today.
Thanks. So do you think the shortage will get better soon?
It's hard to say, but companies like Apple are working on solutions. Still, the global demand for chips shows no signs of slowing, so delays might continue for a while.
That's a bit troubling, but at least we understand what's going on now.
Yeah, it helps to know the bigger picture behind those frustrating wait times.
Definitely. And I guess it's a reminder that technology isn't always as simple as tapping a screen.
Right. Behind the scenes, there's a complex network of supplies, manufacturing, and logistics all working hard.
Well, I hope Apple sorts it out soon. I wouldn't want anyone to miss out on their dream laptop.
Me neither. Until then, we can keep an eye on the news and hope for smoother supplies.
Thanks for the update, Ben. This was really insightful.
Anytime, Lily. Always happy to chat tech and help understand tricky topics.
Let's go over some useful words from our conversation. These will help you talk about technology and supply issues with confidence. The word shortage means not having enough of something you need. For example, a shortage of memory chips means there aren't enough chips available to meet demand. A memory chip is a small electronic part that stores data in devices like computers or smartphones. It helps the computer remember information. A supply chain is the network that moves products from factories to customers. If any part of this chain has problems, it can slow down delivery. To delay means to make something happen later than planned. For example, your delivery might take longer because of delays in supply. Demand means how much people want to buy or use something. A high demand means many people want it, sometimes more than the supply. Available means something you can get or buy. If a product is not available, it means you have to wait or it is out of stock. A price increase means when the cost of a product goes up. This often happens if materials become more expensive or are harder to find. This phrase means the product might not always be ready to buy. It depends on if the stock is there or has run out. Now let's look at some idioms and phrasal verbs from our chat. These phrases will help you sound more natural in conversations. Bite the bullet means accepting a tough situation without complaining and dealing with it bravely, like waiting patiently when your laptop delivery is late. The phrase caught up in means being unexpectedly involved in a problem or situation, like the MacBook Air being caught up in the chip shortage. To throw a wrench in means to cause problems or make a plan fail, like how the chip shortage disrupted Apple's productions. Keep an eye on means to watch or follow something closely, like tracking news about MacBook stock levels. Great! Now it's time to practice your pronunciation. Listen and repeat each sentence carefully. Apple is having trouble keeping the MacBook Air in stock. The global shortage of memory chips affects many companies. If you order now, you may have to wait until late August. AI companies need a huge amount of memory chips. Apple is buying chips from Chinese suppliers to solve the problem. The prices of MacBooks have increased a little recently. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet and wait patiently. Supply shortages show how connected the world really is. Today we learned about the memory chip shortage and why it's causing delays for Apple's MacBook Air. Remember, understanding supply problems helps you follow technology news more easily. What would you do if your favorite gadget was out of stock? Tell us your thoughts.